Hey everybody, how you all doing? Are you hey okay? In your neck of the woods? What up? What up? Manners and respect, man. And your girl, Debbie from down a yard. Welcome you all to the Jamaican kitchen. Welcome to the Jamaican cooking journey. If you're new to my channel, welcome once more. Thank you for making it West Indian Delights. Now, I'm gonna do for you today another version. I thought I had just one version of fried chicken on the channel, so I'm gonna do for you another version. We can fry chicken in so much ways. I can think of maybe like 15-20 ways right off the bat right now. There's so many ways to fry chicken. Fried chicken is like, you can just make up a recipe out of your head, and you fry your chicken and it's good, and maybe it's so good you can share it. Now today what I want to do for you is beer battered fried chicken. I'm going to use one of my Jamaican beer red stripe. It's alcoholic, but as I tell you before, when the alcohol reaches the heat, it will reduce it down. If you don't want to, you can use any flavored beer, non-alcoholic, whatever, as long as it's a clear color beer, any flavor. You have some of them that are non-alcoholic and they're lemon flavored, your choice. Okay, I'm going to do some herbs, all green herbs. What I have inside here is the green part of the scallion. I've got here some celery, and I've got some green parsley florets. I have some roughly chopped onion in the bottom, and some small pieces of garlic. So what I have here also, I have some green thyme. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pull the leaves from the thyme. I don't want the stalks in there, so I'm just gonna pull the leaves from the thyme. I'm trying to make here a sort of paste. If you have, I'm gonna use my blender. Why I'm gonna use my blender is because I'm using all herbs. When you use the powdered season, all other season, and use it in the blender, remember you use the blender to blend like your juice and stuff. It is the hardest thing to get out, but these are just herbs. I just use a little warm soapy water and it's okay. So if you're using your other herbs, I would suggest you use a food processor. Or if you have a food processor, it doesn't matter, you want to use it, you use it. It's good. So I'm putting in here some fresh, really fresh thyme leaves, and everything inside here is just so fresh. Now I'm gonna put it all. I have only 2.5 pounds of chicken here, like 1 point something kilo. You know, so I'm just going to put all of my have inside here. I'm just trying to make a little paste to season my chicken. What I'm gonna do, I need a little liquid to get this thing going. So I'm gonna use a little of my beer. See, when you pull the beer and see it froth like this, you know it's a real thing. So I'm gonna use about maybe about a tablespoon and a half of my beer, and that will be it. Okay, so I'm gonna go on the unit here, and in order for not to make too much noise, just gonna come back after that. Now you don't have to use what I'm using. I'm just sharing with you what I'm using. Use your seasoning of choice, okay? So in case you like what I'm using, I link for you in the description everything that I used. All right. So what we want to do now, we want to just poke like a few holes. Oh, be careful, my arm must break me. And I put it in this, and your chicken must be properly washed and drained. And I'm leaving my skin on. So I'm using leg and thigh and like just one wing. So I'm just gonna poke a few holes. This is my blended stuff, and I'm just gonna scoop it right onto it. This is just 2.5 pounds of chicken, and I think this is fine. Now to this, I'm gonna add my salt. Do your salt to your liking. I'm just gonna add this. I have only, and I don't have any powdered seasoning, so I can just, this is like half of a teaspoon of salt. Okay, I'm gonna use some cayenne pepper instead of black pepper. I'm gonna use some cayenne pepper. And if you hear anything in the background, family, I've got to be using my fan. The temperature is getting a bit high down here, and this smells so nice. I link for you. So I'm just gonna use a little cayenne pepper to give me a little spice. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna start. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start rubbing in my herbs. Use your There isn't any mushiness or sorry, everything is all mushy. There isn't any sediment or anything on this. So I'm gonna rub right in. I'm just gonna rub everything. And I'm just gonna touch right here one of my finger to check for my salt perfection from now. I'm good. What I want to test from now, I'm going to season my flour and I'm going to add a small pinch of salt. So I would like to know from now if I'm too salt. Because if I was too salt here, I would just not add any to the flour. I'm always watching my salt intake. So, this is what I have. Close them down properly. That's hot. I'm going to get my hands washed right here. So I'm drying my hands with one and I'm using another to cover. Now I have right here some flour and I've also sifted my flour. Even though I'm going to season my flour, I've also sifted it. Now to this flour what I'm going to use to season my flour is some fennel and coriander seeds. Crushed fennel and coriander seeds. I am exploring on my herbs, y'all, okay? So I'm gonna put, this is about like 3/4 of a pound. So I'm just gonna put all of this in there. And this here is a little egg powder. Egg powder coloring to give my flour a little color. My chicken when it's fried. So I'm gonna put just like this in there. So I'm seasoning the flour now and leave it to come together with all, because I'm using herbs. I'm not using any powdered seasoning. I'm trying to get my flour where I want it. So I'm just gonna do it. I'll be leaving this to marinate for about 30 minutes or 45, and I'm so still leaving my flour. So you wanna get a wide container that you can work with. Because this egg powder we don't wanna put a lot, because it is strong, and we might can put just a little bit more just to give the chicken a little, pretty color. So you don't use a lot of this thing, but this is something that you'd use in the patty dough, and you're asking for the patty. It's coming up, man, don't worry yourself, it's coming up. So this is what we would use in the dough for the patty to color it. You can use turmeric, I'm sorry, if you so desire. You can use some turmeric. So this is where I leave it. If you like extra spice, you could also put some in here, but I'm doing it for my family and they don't like the spice. So I'm gonna leave the flour. We're gonna I'm seasoning my flour as well. So I'm gonna leave it to take root and everything with a little herbs. And I'm gonna leave my chicken for about 45 minutes. So when we come back, we'll be ready for frying. Okay, now family, we have about 40 minutes since we did this. So I have my oil over here being preheated, deep fat frying. It's been preheated and high. I have here 3 eggs, and you can see, so when I'm egg yolk, it wasn't so fresh, but because I wasn't baking, I did not change it. I just butter me, I use it for. So I have here some more of my red stripes. So I'm gonna throw in almost all of it, and I'm gonna just whip this to make a little egg wash with the beer. You're not going to beat it out too much, Right here I have my seasoned flour that I did beforehand. You don't want to beat it too much, You want to beat it that when you do like this, you still see like it kind of, you don't want to beat it. This is fine. This is good. So my hands are clean, but let me wash them again. So you're going to need both hands. You're going to get your hands all messy now. And if you're afraid of messy hand, I don't know, you might not want to do this. So, all marinated in this green thing, we're going to try to scoop off some. Because it's all there. It take the whole flavor out already. So, with one hand, I am going to put in the egg wash. I'm going to egg wash it. In the beer and the egg, okay, and I'm gonna put in the flour, and I'm just gonna use the other hand to press down the flour on top of it. Press down. The oil is there preheated, but it's on high, but you don't want it to get too high. So you don't want it to get too hot. I'm sorry, it's on high, but you don't want the oil to get too hot. So we're gonna get a few pieces of this. Remember, you know, your hands going to get messy. Some people don't like when their hand messy, you know. So you're putting this in here. We're giving the oil some time to hot. You use this hand to press. Make sure you cover it, the wet part, before you start pressing. It's properly covered, so you won't have no problem of such. You still gotta be messy, but you don't want the both hands getting all so messy. So you press down your flour. And we want to come over here to test our oil. Yes, and the oil is like coming. So we're going to get one more piece off. You don't want to crowd your pot too much. And you want to give them some space. I have 6 pieces here, so I'm going to do them in 2 sets. 2 sets. 2 sets of 3s. Right? So and maybe it look like I poured too much beer because that egg wasn't so. It should be a little bit more, but it's okay, it's fine. So now you squeeze down. You're gonna shake the excess flour gently right down in there. Second piece, the same, gently right down in there. So we're over here, we are pressing on the other chicken. So we're just going to use 3 pieces. When frying chicken, never overcrowd your pot. You want the chicken to get space and that it can cook crispy and cook in a reasonable time. When you overcrowd the pot gets too saggy. The chicken becomes saggy. So I'm going to wash my hands. Yeah. So now that it's frying on that, that is how you want it. We're going to cover this pot. And we are going to reduce our flame to a little bit more than medium. A little bit. 6 is the highest on my stove, so I'm leaving it at 5. And it will be frying from side to side, each batch. Remember I told you I have 6 pieces, so I'm going to fry 3 pieces at a time because I don't want my pot being overcrowded. When you're frying chicken and if you overcrowd your deep fry your pot, the chicken will become saggy. You want some crispy, bare battered fried chicken. So we're going to fry them off on each side and turn. You know, you're supposed to know when you're to turn, maybe like 7 or 8 minutes on each side. It's the thigh and the leg, so you know it takes a little time. So we're going to do that. Come back and fry up. So when we come back, we're going to show you what we finish product looks like. Yes, family, so now your chicken should be fried. But I want to show you something how you test your chicken inside the pot. When you put your pot down in there, you see, it doesn't make too much of an extra boil. When it's not properly fried and there is excess liquid in there, you push your pot down in there and come up. So that means these are fried. Alright. So we're going to remove them now with this slotted thing. We want to turn them over because this is the color that you have. We're going to drain them, put them, on a wire rack and leave them to drain on a piece of greaseproof, or if you have your paper towel. Okay? Alright. This is what we have. This is, I told you I will be doing it in just like 2 batches. Me and son up in the kitchen and we want to fry fowl. This is what we have, y'all. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave the oil to heat up a bit before I put in the next set. So we're gonna put in the next set, fry it off and come back. I'm just gonna leave the oil because to let it get, now that come out, it needs to get a little hotter. I don't want to put some more chicken in there and then it, you know, it diminishes the temperature of the oil because I'm not using a deep fryer. You understand what I'm saying to you? So another 2 minutes or so when the oil is back up, I'm gonna put in these. But we're not going to come back. We're just going to fry because this is what we did. So it's just the same process for the others. And you know my thing. Next set of patients, same treatment. So now family, this set of chicken is ready. And you don't get up and tell people your fried chicken is ready without you testing it. So I told you, please remember to do this. And when you don't see no excess oil come out and water come out, you know your chicken ready. Okay? So you never turn off your heat before you take out your chicken. You take out your chicken, and when you take out the last piece of chicken and you know you're not going to fry anymore, then you turn your heat off. Take out the chicken whilst the heat is on, and then you turn off your heat. Okay? So with chicken finished, and that is how we look right there. So I'm going to turn off my heat. And hello. How they do? I started the video in this top here. Whilst breaking, when I cut to come back to do the other part, I put on this because I want to wipe up and I didn't want to mess up myself. So these are some of the things that happen. So we started camera, we never remember to take off this. I'm gonna put it out. It's a real thing. That's how it goes. And guess what? I was planning to make some uniforms for the channel when I come to cook. So if you like that design here, with a polo shirt underneath it, white that is. It's all gonna be white. I like white. I have aprons, but they are not white, so I don't use them. I like white because when you use white in the kitchen, it can be taken care of easily with stains and stuff. So we're gonna present the chicken in there. But if you like with a white polo shirt underneath this and a nice little long sleeve something, comment below. If you like that designer for the uniform, please to comment. And when you're ready for the merch, so it will stay. Now right here, this is the finished product. So I say to you, put it on a wire rack to let it cool because you want to maintain this crunch. Crunchy, nice fried chicken. You want to maintain the crunch. Look at it, y'all. Nice crunchy chicken. What you want to do right now is I am going to show you how you can put about your chicken. You serve your fried chicken. So you want chop. Yeah. And you want to show say your chicken is ready. Okay? You don't want your fried chicken frying less than more than this to dry it out. Look at the juiciness. Look at everything inside there. Your chicken is ready. It's properly fried. You want to test one of the leg or one of the what do you call this, drumsticks. So we're going to chop it in two. It's properly fried. You don't fry your chicken, let it get drier than this. You don't want no dry out. This is cooked. It's properly fried. Okay? Crispy and nice, and on the inside properly fried. If you want to fry it drier, fine. I don't like my chicken all dry. Chicken all dried out. I like my chicken when I'm biting it, it's juicy. It's fried because when you squeeze it, there is no water running out of it. So it's fried, crispy on the outside, juicy and tender on the inside. Okay? So now you can go ahead and you can start serve up your fried chicken. Okay. So I'm going to present to you from my kitchen to yours, from my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate. It's bare battered fried chicken from scratch. You saw what I did? You can, if you want to use my seasoning recipe, you can go right ahead. Okay, y'all, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, this is a real thing. Now you know where you can serve fried chicken with already, So what you can do, fried chicken goes well with curry gravy. I'm telling you that. And I think that, I'm not sure if this is a Jamaican thing, but that is what Jamaican, them around fried chicken and curry gravy. And somebody had asked me if they could do curry gravy, even if you're not having curry chicken. Yes, you can. And I'm going to do for you that video, some curry gravy without cooking any form of curry. Just making some plain curry gravy from scratch. So remember to like, again, subscribe, and share. Please to leave your comments below. They're also welcoming. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I do love you so much, and you all know that. So, bless, no stress. Yeah, man. Debbie from Dongayard, me say that.